Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video, which is my Shop My Stash project pan. This is where I just go through my collection on around a monthly basis and pick out products that I want to use for the month, and I have to use those at least 5 times. And if I hit those 5 uses by my next update, I can roll those products back into my collection, and if I don't, I just keep them in until I hit 5 uses. And if that's all there really is to it, I keep this project pretty simple. But like I've said in many other videos, I feel like it keeps me rotating through my collection. It doesn't get me stuck on products, which I think otherwise I probably would be. And it also gets me set up really well for my project pans. We just got back from vacation. We were in New York or Long Island for a bit. We had a wedding there, and then we were in Puerto Rico. We also had a wedding there, and we took the boys to both. They had 2 weddings in 5 days. They rocked it. I mean, it wasn't always easy, but they did so well, and we had a ton of fun, and now we're back. And yeah, it's just like getting back to the grind, getting back to work, getting back to filming videos. So I'm happy to be filming today. I'm filming before work, before I get my boys up, trying to be as efficient as possible as I can be with my time. All right, so let's talk about the products that I used this past month. Starting first with foundation. I used this Makeup by Mario foundation 19 times and I've absolutely loved it. I think this is such a nice foundation. I was mixing it for a while before I rolled it in this past month. I think I had it in this project a couple months ago-ish, maybe. At that point, it was not the right match for my skin. It matches actually really quite well now, and I've really been enjoying it. It's been such a nice foundation. It's this more natural finish, which is my preference, and I just feel like it stays really nicely on my skin even in the heat. So yeah, this has been a top favorite this past month. I also was using my Ciate London Everyday Vacay Coconut Powder. I used this one 13 times, and every time I pull and use this product, I enjoy it. I just think it's so fun. Like, the scent's really nice, and I do enjoy like a loose powder. My preference most of the time is pressed powder, but I do enjoy a loose powder here and there. I brought this with me on my trip. I do kind of regret it because I don't think a loose powder packs well. It was a little bit messier than it is normally, but in general, like, the actual quality of the product I really enjoy, and I like using it for that reason. I don't think though in future instances I will pack any loose powder on a trip where it's going in my suitcase. I also used this LYS bronzer. This was the first time I used this product, and I used it 20 times. I actually really enjoyed it as well, and I feel like it was a really nice bronzer. I don't really have much to say other than I feel like the shade worked really nicely. I feel like it applied very nicely. Like, I think 20 uses gave me a good enough test to say like I very much enjoy it. I don't know if it's like my favorite bronzer I've ever used, but it definitely did not give me any issues. It applied, like I said, very smooth, very nice, which is important, and it stayed on, which is also important. So happy with this one and glad that I finally got to use it and got 20 uses on it. Next is a favorite of mine. This is my Ciate London Marbled Light Blush in the shade Dusk. Oh my goodness, I have loved this product and I continue to love it. I used it 11 times and I feel like this product never shows actually any usage, so who knows how many times I've used this total over the years, but this just continues to be a top favorite. I just think the shade is lovely. It pairs really nicely over my Benetint, which, like, that's what I'm wearing today, my Benetint and this over it. It also wears really nicely on its own, although I'm trying to pan my Benetint, so I did not wear it on its own at all. I always wore Benetint under it, but just a beautiful blush. I love this one. Another product that I was using pretty much for the first time is my Danessa Myricks Beauty Yummy Skin Liquid Blurring Balm Mattifying Setting Spray. I do really like the matte finish on this. This doesn't have the staying powder of like my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray or my One Size, the aerosol can setting spray, which I kind of regretted going to the weddings. I think overall, like on my trip, this worked amazingly well, but on the wedding days when it was like a long day, the one we were outside for the reception, the other one we were outside for the ceremony. Both places were extremely warm. I wished I had something that was gonna hold my makeup a little bit more. Not that my makeup moved a ton with this, but it was something that I had thought about when I was out there of like, ooh, I do wish I had my Charlotte Tilbury or my one size, but overall in general, I really enjoyed using this product. I'm so happy that I picked this up when I did and excited to continue to use it. Okay, I finally got the 5 uses on my Revlon lipstick in the shade Wild Orchid. I believe I only needed one more this month and I finally did got that. I do love this shade. I think it's really flattering on my skin tone. It's a little brighter than I typically go for, so then I end up not using it as much. And then the last 3 products are all going to be rolled over into next month. The first is my Oma Beauty Coretta lipstick. I only use this twice, so I need to get 3 more uses on it. I do also love this lipstick. I was trying to focus more on a couple of products in my project pan, so I wasn't using this as much, but this is a gorgeous lipstick. I'm wearing it today, and I think it'll be quite easy to get 3 uses over the next month on that one. Then I also have been randomly selecting an eyeshadow and also then self-rolling in an eyeshadow, and I did not bring my eyeshadow on my trip. So I did not really use much eyeshadow this past month, so both of these will be rolling over. So as a result, I won't be randomly selecting or rolling anything else in. So the 2 eyeshadows, the first is Love Hangover. So this pink shade right here, I've only used it once, which is today. And the other one is Boogie Shoes, which is this one right here. This is the one I selected, and I used that one twice. I mean, that one's super easy to use. I just fluff that into my crease. And then this one I picked up on my ring finger and just like kind of tapped very lightly over my lid because I didn't want it to be too pigmented, and I think that worked out actually quite nicely. So I think I'll probably be able to use those a bit more, and I will get the usage on them that I need. So that is my update for the month. I'm pretty happy with the usage on everything. I feel like my month was kind of wacky. I'm not wearing makeup as much because it's summer, and then on my trip I actually did wear quite a bit of makeup because we were doing things every day, but I was kind of just using a very specific set of products because I was trying to move fast. And when I'm moving fast, it's just like, I'm not gonna switch up my routine, I'm just gonna use those. So like the ones that I was using, you obviously saw had very high usage numbers, and the ones that I weren't getting any sort of usage this month. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and put all of these products back into my collection and select new products to work on for this coming month. Starting first with base, I don't actually have a ton of products to choose from. It's basically the foundation that I was using, this NARS foundation, which is not the right color match for me right now, and then my Haus Labs foundation. And then I also have the Sculpted Complexion Stick from OG, but I don't actually know where that is right now. I think though I'm probably gonna pick up my Haus Labs foundation and just use this one. I'll probably have to use a little bit of a lighter touch with this one just so it's not too light on my skin, but I am going to pull this one in. And then since I'm looking in here for setting spray, I kind of want to pull in this one from Charlotte Tilbury, the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray Matte Blur, but I know that I'm probably gonna end up pulling in this one at some point soon to my project pan, and so I think I'm just gonna try and get some extra usage on this. This is my Cali Ray Surf Proof Setting Spray, which is a good one for the summer. I do need a powder, so I was just using my Saté London, which is a loose powder, and so is this one from Coty. So I think I'm gonna pull in my CoverGirl powder, which I'm excited about because I recently hit pan on this one, so I think I can get some pretty good usage on this one. And it would be cool potentially to finish another pressed powder this year. I do need blush, so I have a couple blush in my highlight drawer, which is the Kylie and Saté London one that I was just using. And then I also have all of these blushes. I have this Patrick Ta one. This is Patrick Ta in the shade She's the Moment. It obviously comes with a cream one and then the powder. I'll probably mostly be using the powder because, as I mentioned, I'm still trying to finish up my Benetint, but there might be occasions where I want to pull in the cream blush, so I'm definitely going to grab this. I think this is like perfect for summer, and we're kind of closing out summer a little bit over the next month and a half, so I think that'll be a really good one to use. I do think it might be fun to pull in a eyeliner. I haven't in the last like month or two. This purple one from Makeup Forever, golden bronze one from NYX, and I think I'm gonna go with the purple shade. This is in the shade 9 Ivy. So I don't need a lip gloss because I'm still working on my lip gloss in my project pan, and like I mentioned, I have this Coretta shade from last month, but I do want to pull in another lipstick. I have this one from Dose of Colors, which actually looking at it, I'm like, that could be fun to work on. So maybe we'll do that because I don't think I've pulled that in a while. And then I think I have two pretty solid lipstick shades to pair, and I think those would actually look really good under my lip gloss that I have in my project pan. So maybe we'll just leave it there. We're not going crazy with product here, but I think that is actually quite appropriate. Quick overview of what we're rolling in. We have the Haus Labs foundation and the Cali Ray Surf Proof setting spray, the Patrick Ta blush and She's the Moment, my CoverGirl Clean Fresh powder, this Makeup Forever eyeliner in the shade 9 Ivy, this Dose of Colors lipstick in the shade Parfait, and then I'm keeping in those two eyeshadows from the Il Makiage Kathleen Lights Disco Fox palette, as well as my Oma Coretta lipstick. So that is what we're working with. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully we can make some really good progress on these products over the next month or so. Definitely stick around, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I really appreciate you all being here. I hope you all are having a fun summer and staying safe, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye.